With the announcement of the Bad Batch series, we have far more questions now about the fate of these unique troopers with desirable genetic mutations, and even more questions about if they did in fact hunt down and kill Jedi due to their inhibitor chips. And as these inhibitor chips mandated that they do, hunting down all of the Jedi in existence and purging them from the galaxy. Did Clone Force 99, the Bad Batch, follow Order 66? Of course, all of these in-depth questions will be answered in the Bad Batch TV series on Disney Plus next year, but we do have some information on the Bad Batch, and if they did indeed choose to follow Order 66. This should all go without being said, but the Bad Batch would have absolutely excelled at hunting down the Jedi during the Great Purge, and would have been more efficient and effective than nearly every other clone squadron, with the group having a very specific and diverse skill set, some would say perfect for hunting down Jedi. We do know that a lot of the Bad Batch series will focus on the clone troopers and whether or not they executed Order 66, and if they did, the consequences of it, with an appearance from Captain Rex basically confirmed, as he will be seeking out other clones that did not follow Order 66, and had their genetic chips removed. The story will apparently follow the Bad Batch as they depart from the Empire and become mercenaries, looking for a new role in an ever-changing galaxy, with this story being compelling on its own. The fact that either the Bad Batch departed from the Empire on their own accord, or whether they were removed by the Empire, and no longer considered valuable due to their mutations, as we know that the Empire valued uniformity. Either way, we do know that the group does not work with the Empire for long in the series. We are also aware that the Bad Batch may have their inhibitor chips removed, or maybe never even placed within them due to their mutations on Kamino, as the Kaminoans may have deemed them not worthy of the chips and bypassed this process entirely. Something else could obviously occur with Echo choosing to shut down all of the chips after he detected them. There are a million possibilities. All we know is that the Bad Batch does not work closely with the Empire for long at all. What is known obviously is these are not regular clone troopers, and perhaps the chips will even prove to be ineffective entirely if they were placed within them to begin with. In the series, we do know that the Bad Batch will deal with the implications and repercussions of the clones executing Order 66, with it being hinted at that the Bad Batch may have initially followed the Order but later changed, but this is unconfirmed. All we know is that Order 66 and its effect on the clone troopers will be a main plot point for the entire series, and will not be glossed over. Whether the Bad Batch will be dealing with other clones that executed Order 66, or whether they executed it on their own. It should also be noted though that the Bad Batch did not work with Jedi very frequently at all, working more as an isolated group, meaning that quite possibly when Order 66 was engaged, the Bad Batch was nowhere near any Jedi. But that is everything we know so far about Clone Force 99 and if they followed Order 66 or not, or whether or not the Order would have any effect on them at all to begin with. But what are your thoughts on this? And do you think that the Bad Batch executed Order 66? I think it's most likely that they did not, but I also think it would be a more compelling story if at first they did follow Order 66. Anyway, my friends, what are your thoughts on this? According to my analytics, a lot of you guys that watch the channel aren't actually subscribed yet, so if you've been enjoying the content, force crush that subscribe button. As always, may the Force be with you, and have a great day.